My beloved child, you've been wondering, where is God? You've searched for me in signs, in feelings, in moments that moved the earth. But today, I want you to understand something deeper. I'm with you. Not because you feel it, but because I said so. I don't come and go like emotions. I don't love based on mood swings. My presence is a promise, not a performance. When you feel numb, I'm still near. When you cry alone in the dark, I am the one collecting your tears. I've watched over you when you had no strength to pray. I've shielded you from what you didn't even know was coming. I've walked silently beside you when you thought I'd left. But child, I never leave. I never forsake. Even now, in this very moment, I'm surrounding you. I know the weight you're carrying, the invisible burdens, the heartbreak you won't speak out loud. I see what they said about you. I see the doors that closed. I know what you lost, and I am here not only to comfort you, but to walk you through it. You're not stuck. You're simply being held in place by my timing, and I know what I'm doing. You don't have to fake strength with me. I'm not disappointed in your tears, your questions, or even your doubts. I'd rather you bring me your raw heart than pretend everything's okay. I'm not the kind of father who turns away from pain. I step into it. I want to sit in the storm with you. I want to hold you in the silence. You don't have to hold it together. I'm holding you together. I know you're tired. Life has worn you out. But hear me. You're not weak. You're just in need of me. You weren't created to carry everything alone. That's why I'm with you. When you run out of strength, I step in with my power. When your faith feels small, my grace overflows. I don't ask you to be perfect. I ask you to be willing. Willing to say, God, help me. That's enough. That's always enough for me to come rushing in. Don't believe the lie that I've abandoned you. My silence was not distance. It was strategy. I've been working in ways you can't see, and when the time is right, when your heart is ready, the doors will open, and you'll understand why it had to happen this way. I know how hard it is to wait. I know how painful it is when prayers seem unanswered. But trust me, your delays are not denials. They are divine redirections. I'm protecting you from the wrong opportunities. I'm maturing the blessing so that when it comes, it stays. I'm not preparing the blessing for you. I'm preparing you for the blessing. In the waiting, I'm not idle. I'm building your character, stretching your faith, deepening your roots. So when the wind blows again, you won't be moved. You'll be unshakable. Right now, I'm forming a version of you that can carry more than you ever imagined. More peace, more purpose, more anointing. So don't give up. Don't walk away just because it's hard. You're not being punished. You're being planted, and soon the growth will break through. The fruit will be visible. You will laugh again. You will breathe easier, and you'll say, God was with me all along. You haven't messed up too much for me to love you. There's no shame that can outrun my grace. Yes, I saw the mistakes. Yes, I know the choices. But my love didn't change. It never has. Even when you pushed me away, I never stopped pursuing you. I was there in the guilt, in the regret, and even in the rebellion. My love has no conditions, and I still call you mine. Come back to me. Not because you have it all together, but because you know you can't do it alone. I will never say, I told you so. I'll say, I'm so glad you came home. You're not too broken. You're not too far. You are loved. You are still called. Your story isn't over. It's just getting to the good part. Let me heal the parts of you that you've hidden. Let me speak to the silence that's been screaming. Let me fill the emptiness with peace. This is not just about religion. It's about relationship. And my child, when you feel inadequate, remember Moses. He didn't feel worthy. He didn't speak well. He even begged me to send someone else. But I told him, just as I'm telling you now, I will be with you. Exodus 3:12. I didn't ask Moses to be eloquent. I asked him to trust me. I parted the sea. not because Moses was mighty, but because my presence made him unstoppable. You too feel small in front of big problems, but you don't need to be strong alone. You only need to remember this. I go before you, and I will never leave you or forsake you. Deuteronomy 31:8. What's ahead of you is not bigger than the one beside you. I used Moses, a fugitive shepherd, to deliver a nation. Imagine what I can do with you, a willing heart, even with your doubts and scars. Don't wait until you feel ready. Move, and I'll make a way. Just like I split the sea for Moses, I will open impossible paths for you. Beloved, Joseph was betrayed by his own blood, forgotten in prison, misunderstood. But one verse was true through every chapter of his life, and the Lord was with Joseph. Genesis 39:2. Even when it looked like nothing was going right, everything was aligning. I used the pit to position him for the palace. I used pain to prepare him for purpose, and I'm doing the same in your story. You don't see the whole picture yet, but you will. One day, you'll look back and say, like Joseph, you meant it for evil, but God meant it for good. Genesis 50:20. Right now, I'm building character in your delay. I'm building your name in quiet rooms. I'm moving puzzle pieces behind the scenes. Like Joseph, you may feel buried, but you're not buried, you're planted. And just as I was with him, I am with you in every cell, every setback, every silent night. Child, do you feel small in a world too big? Esther did too. She was an orphan, powerless, hidden. But I placed her in the palace for a reason, and when the time came, her courage saved a nation. Perhaps you were born for such a time as this. Esther 4:14. You weren't born by accident. I placed you in this generation, in this exact time, because your voice, your light, your obedience will make a difference. Don't underestimate the influence I've hidden in you. Esther didn't think she was ready, but she said yes, and I took care of the rest. You don't have to be bold on your own. I will strengthen you. Just as I gave Esther favor with the king, I will give you favor in rooms you didn't even know you belonged in. Walk boldly, pray faithfully. I will go before you, surround you, and use you mightily. You've cried, God, I'm done. I can't take any more. Elijah felt the same. He ran, he hid, he even said, take my life. But I didn't rebuke him. I met him in his brokenness. The Lord said, go out and stand on the mountain in the presence of the Lord. 1 Kings 19:11. I wasn't in the wind. I wasn't in the fire. I came in a gentle whisper, and today I whisper to your spirit, you are not alone. I see you. I'm with you. Keep going. I fed Elijah when he was empty. I restored his strength when he was weak. I sent him back, not in shame, but in renewed power, and I'll do the same for you. Don't be ashamed of your exhaustion. Bring it to me. I am the God who restores souls, not just fixes problems. I am not finished with you. I am strengthening you in the cave so you can rise again in power. And child, when I sent my son, I didn't spare him from pain. Jesus wept. He was betrayed, abandoned, crucified, but through it all, I never left him. And through him, I'll never leave you. Surely I am with you always, to the very end of the age. Matthew 28:20. Jesus knows your sorrow. He intercedes for you when words fail. He walks with you through every valley. He is Emmanuel, God with us, not in theory, in presence, in reality. When he was on the cross, he was thinking of you. And when he rose again, he guaranteed that nothing would ever separate you from my love. Romans 8:38-39. So walk forward, not in fear, but in boldness, not in loneliness, but in companionship. The same Spirit that raised Jesus from the dead lives in you. My power is in you. My comfort is with you. My plans are before you. I am with you, not just for now, but forever. My beloved child, there are prayers you've whispered through tears. There are prayers you never spoke aloud, only carried in silence while the world kept moving. And I want you to know, I heard them all. Every sigh, every groan, every time you said, God, I don't know what to say. Even when you prayed in pain or simply sat in silence, I was with you, listening. The Lord has heard my cry for mercy. The Lord accepts my prayer. Psalm 6:9. You don't need perfect words to reach me. You need a surrendered heart, even if your voice shakes, even if your faith feels small. Your prayers move heaven. I've never ignored you. I've never grown tired of hearing you. I collect every prayer like a treasure. And I respond, not always on your timeline, but always on time. Keep praying. The delay is not denial. Your answered prayer is already forming, behind the scenes, in ways you cannot see. Child, ask me boldly, not because you are worthy, but because I am your Father. Come to me as a child would, not in fear, but in trust. I'm not a distant king, I'm your Abba, and I'm near. This is the confidence we have in approaching God, that if we ask anything according to His will, He hears us. 1 John 5:14. You've settled for survival, but I want to give you abundance. You've prayed small, thinking I won't care about little things. But I see it all, and if it matters to you, it matters to me. I'm the God who splits seas, and the God who notices sparrows fall. Nothing is too big or too small for me. So ask me for peace, ask me for healing, ask me to show you what to do next, and believe. Because prayer is not begging, it's communion. And I'm not ignoring you. I'm leaning in. Child, ask me boldly, not because you are worthy, but because I am your Father. Come to me as a child would, not in fear, but in trust. I'm not a distant king. I'm your Abba, and I'm near. This is the confidence we have in approaching God, that if we ask anything according to His will, He hears us. 1 John 5:14. You've settled for survival, but I want to give you abundance. You've prayed small, thinking I won't care about little things. But I see it all, and if it matters to you, it matters to me. I'm the God who splits seas, and the God who notices sparrows fall. Nothing is too big or too small for me. So ask me for peace, ask me for healing, ask me to show you what to do next, and believe. Because prayer is not begging, it's communion, and I'm not ignoring you. I'm leaning in. My child, some days you don't have the strength to speak. You just stare at the ceiling, numb. You scroll through messages, avoiding your own pain. You want to pray, but you feel too weak. I understand. That's why I gave you a comforter. The Spirit Himself intercedes for us with groans that words cannot express. Romans 8:26. When your words run dry, my Spirit prays for you. When all you can say is help, heaven responds. You don't have to carry this alone. You never did. Even in your silence, I hold your heart. Even when you collapse under the weight of it all, I carry you. I am the God who does not faint. I am your strength. Rest in me. Let me hold what you cannot. You are never too broken to be heard, and never too lost to be found. Beloved, do not underestimate the power of one prayer. Walls fall, chains break, hearts change, all because someone prayed. And today, that someone is you. The prayer of a righteous person is powerful and effective. James 5:16. You've waited long, you've cried deep, but today I'm stirring your faith again. Not because you feel strong, but because you're about to see my hand move. Prayer is not your last option. It's your greatest weapon. You don't fight this battle with flesh. You fight it on your knees, and when you pray, heaven responds. Angels move, miracles begin. So rise, speak, Declare my promises. Call your family back to me. Pray for healing. Pray for vision. Pray with fire again, because when you pray, you release heaven on earth. Child, there is a place where the noise fades, where the pressure disappears, where it's just me and you. It's not in a church, not in a crowd, it's in your heart. When you pause everything and say, God, I'm here. But when you pray, go into your room, close the door, and pray to your Father who is unseen. Matthew 6:6. This world is loud, but I'm not found in the chaos. I'm in the stillness, the secret place. And in that place, I speak, I heal, I remind you who you are. You don't need music or perfect words. Just come. Open your heart, I will meet you there. Every time you choose prayer over panic, faith over fear, you build a relationship with me that no storm can shake. Stay close. I am your hiding place. I am the secret place.